When We Were Fireflies, When We Were Fireflies by Abubakar Adam Ibrahim. So one of the first things I noticed about this book was this. So if you see this, you will realize that this is how the book starts. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Now what does this remind you? Colors of the rainbow. Please hold that thought in mind. Anyways, hi, I'm Robin. Welcome to Provincial Books, and today I'll be talking When We Were Fireflies by Abubakar Adam Ibrahim. So there's one thing you need to know. I'm in love with this author. I love what he writes. I don't think he has ever written something I did not like. So when I started this read, it was a very difficult thing. I was wondering what's going on, especially because Neka, she was saying that, oh, it's a very good book. I should try and push through that. If I push through, I will love it. So I think one day I just got really pissed. I was like, you know what, we have to get through this because, well, books are expensive. So why are you not reading it? Do you understand? And hard-earned currency is what they used to buy it. So you have to like read that. That was one of the reasons why I said, okay, let me get into it. So when I first saw the red, orange, yellow, green, blue thing, I was so fascinated. In fact, in my mind, I felt like if they were going to reprint this book, right, to the publisher says this, if we're going to reprint this book, they should reprint it in a way that each portion, like we know this is red, right, so red will be red and orange will be yellow, will be orange and yellow will be yellow and all that, because when we eventually read this, we realize that what he says for each color tends to be what determines the particular part. So for the section titled red, red is the first color of spring. It's first true color of rebirth, of beginning, and that's how we go. So when you read this part, you know that this red part, you know that is beginning. Same thing with orange. The sky takes on shades of orange during the sunrise and sunset, the color that gives you hope that the sun will set only to rise again. So orange is the color of hope. Now my favorite is violet, because I think violet was a sign of forgiveness, or yes, violet. Forgiveness is the fragrance that violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. I say Mark Twain, or maybe not. That was so funny. But yeah, so this particular side, it was the conclusion, but it was the forgiveness part. So I think you get. So when I saw that was what was happening, I was so good. I was like, this is a very, very brilliant book. I love the concepts and I got into it. So this book is about a young man called Yarima Ilalo. He has recollection of his past lives. And I remember when Abubakar was talking about this book one time, he said that, I can't remember if he was the one, I think he was the one, where he said that, oh, they found someone, a young boy, who had a similar experience, and then they had to take him to a place he had been in his past life, but not in his present life. Very young boy, and he could identify, oh, this is this place, this is that place. That's how much of his past life that he could remember. So that was able to encourage him, like, okay, this is a story that would flow. Another thing is, he mentioned that he felt like he was running out of time, so he had to wrap up this book quickly. And I like that in his bid to wrap it up quickly, he did not wrap it up anyhow. It's tied up neatly. Everything was tied up neatly. There's something I'll discuss in this book, is that guilt. We often do not discuss the weight of guilt. We talk about the weight of forgiveness, we talk about the weight of different things, but we don't talk about the weight of guilt. It was in this book that for the very first time I was observing someone dying as a result of the weight of guilt that they had placed on themselves. So I was pretty amazed by that, because I had not seen that happen in a book. We don't really discuss guilt, which is one of the reasons why I love Abubakar. He talks about emotions that we often push aside, or emotions that we often like ignore. So in Season of Crimson Blossoms, I mentioned earlier on, he makes mention of the word ignored, and that is the perfect explanation of what Nigeria has become today. We've seen so many bad news that it doesn't shake us anymore. So yeah. Another thing I'll talk about this book is the romance. Is love, beautiful love. And I imagined being in their shoes for a while, because there were some scenes where I had so many questions, like, would I have done this? Would I not have done this? There were so many questions I wanted to ask, but regardless, all in all, yeah. I think I highly recommend this book. it talks about death in a way that makes you want to confront death. In as much as we celebrate life a lot, I think as a society we have to be comfortable with the idea of dying, because it's something that's going to happen to all of us. We just don't know when, but we should be trying to comfortable with it, because this is something that we cannot avert. We cannot prevent dying. We cannot prevent the ending of our lives, and we should try and prepare for it. So his partner's name was Aziza, and they had to navigate this together. Also, he talks about the way some men can be very possessive of children they did not take care of, and their family members as well. I don't understand why a woman will be alive, she's taking care of her child properly, and you say that, oh, because something is wrong with the grandmother, she should send her child to the grandmother to take care of. Anyways, Aziza herself already had issues stemming from being taken care of by another person, so there was no way she could send her daughter to go and live with another person and say she should take care of. It was just very wrong. I like that they came to a resolution with this. Everything tied up neatly. Like I said, despite the fact that Abubakar knew he was running out of time, he did not make him rush the process of this book. Like, you could feel every story being very intentional. For the Fireflies, we realize what the Fireflies mean in the book. They are it's a very unique representation. I also like the part of Hausa myth that came into this, the horse, because it's something I did not even think existed, and then I made a little research and I realized, like, oh, that was something that people made a big deal about in the past. Anyways, that's all for me for today. Bye. See you in my next video.